It is a week into the NEWTs Readathon, and I just wanted to give an update of what I've been up to the last week. I haven't really been participating in the Readathon because my husband was home and we were gaming. We just got Final Fantasy XIV. Honestly, we had it before, but they just came out with the 4th expansion, Shadowbringers. We are finally settled in a place where we can actually spend time gaming, and I will take you on a little tour in a little bit, but I just wanted to kind of talk about some other things first, and then I will take you up to my office and kind of show you what that's all about. We've been playing this game when it first came out for a long time, and then we ended up taking a really long break, like 2 years we didn't play because my husband had gotten a job where he just worked all the time. He had absolutely no time to play. And then I was in school and I didn't want it to take away from my schoolwork. Now that he has like 2 weeks off, we have the time to play, so that's what we've been doing, and it's been so much fun. We absolutely love doing this as like a couple, and we get on Discord and he'll be on his computer and I'll be on my computer, and like we play and run around and do quests together and do dungeon runs together, and so that's mostly what I've been up to. And then we did go to the parks a couple times. Here in Florida, we've been having a lot more rain. Usually it would rain, I'd say when summer first started, I mean it's Florida, it rains all the time anyways, but when it would rain, it would only rain for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. But lately it's been starting to rain about 4 or 5 o'clock, and like it will, or on and off all day, and it'll just rain for a really long time. And then we get lots of lightning, and they close down all the rides and shows at the parks. So it's been kind of a good time to stay home and just do stuff at home right now. Plus it's just been really hot, and like I did take my son Michael out one day, just the two of us. We went to did we go to Hollywood Studios? Yes, we walked all the way to our first Fast Pass ride, and we were so wiped by then. Like, that's just been kind of how it is. I guess it's typical right now. It's really hot and muggy. When fall comes around, it's gonna be really nice. I'm really looking forward to it. I did actually manage to read a little bit though. I read about 94 pages of Simon versus the Homosapiens Agenda. This morning I actually finished this book, and it's so good. Like, I just devoured this book. I thought it was just so much fun. I love Simon and all of his friends and his family. Everyone's really supportive. Blue, oh my gosh, I was so not expecting that. I don't know. I wasn't really expecting, I didn't know what to expect, honestly. I thought it was really cool. I thought that like how he thought the boy Cal was, who he found attractive, could be Blue, but then it wasn't adding up from the little things that he knew about Blue. There was a moment in there where I was actually really mad at Blue because he was just letting Simon go through getting bullied at school, being called out in front of everybody when he wasn't ready for that. And Blue just kind of started to abandon him too, it felt like. And I was just so mad. But his friends really came through, and like the teacher too, to stand up to some of the really awful things that the other kids were saying and the stunts they were pulling at Simon. I also thought Simon handled it really as well as can be expected. I mean, he just kind of at least didn't let it show that it got to him very much. I thought that at that time when that was happening in the book, I think it's because he thought that he wasn't alone and that he didn't want to put Blue in that situation, but just knowing that he's an email away, that he's not alone. So when Blue started kind of distancing himself and not emailing as much, like, it broke my heart. I was like, no, you can't leave Simon alone. Like, he's so sweet and just a good kid. And like all the kids in this book are like just good kids other than the bullies. When he finally finds out who Blue is, I was like, what? No freaking way. That kid's been like not really a huge presence because they're not really that close of friends, but he's been there like since forever. He sits at their lunch table, he's in a couple classes with him, and like it kind of makes me want to go back and reread the book, focus more on, I don't know if it's Bram, Abraham's parts in the book. I just kind of want to focus in. There was a couple moments Bram would like look at him and he noticed him staring at him, but it wasn't anything like significant that would kind of clue him in. I probably should have mentioned there were spoilers before I said anything, but yeah, there were spoilers. So I really love this book. I feel like there's something, I've read a lot of books where there's gay characters, but I haven't like really read anything that's kind of centered around what somebody who's anticipating coming out is going through emotionally and how people treat them and that self-discovery. So this was really enlightening for me in that respect as well. And I did flag a bunch of things here. Like I feel like I just need to read a couple points because I can't really find the words to explain what I'm trying to say. Because the thing people wouldn't understand, this coming out thing, it's not even about me being gay. He knows that his family and his friends would be fine with it. They're not going to disown him. They're pretty open-minded people. And he's really lucky because he knows that there's people out there that are not so lucky. He's basically getting at the point where it's about him not feeling like himself. Like he's always having to change and adapt to that change. And I just feel like that perfectly explains what it's like to be a teenager. Like it is so hard. And then in an email between Blue and Jacques, and his alias Jacques, says, I completely understand what you mean about feeling locked into yourself. For me, I don't even think it has anything to do with other people thinking that they know me. It's more that I want to leap in and say certain things and do certain things, but I always seem to hold myself back. That's not a very good one. Let me find a really good one. Like, you know that like they have a week at school where like you dress like a girl one day, you wear a silly hat, you wear silly socks one day, Spirit Week. So they have a gender bender day. It says, I guess, and they're talking about like the most athletic boys, they wear dresses and wigs and get all girly. And he says, I guess they feel secure enough in their masculinity that they don't care. I actually hate when people say that. I mean, I feel secure in my masculinity too. Being secure in your masculinity isn't the same as being straight. That is like so true. Like just because you're gay doesn't mean you're less masculine. And I love that they talked about that in here. Oh, okay, here we go. This is about like him feeling like himself. It says he's talking about Leah and Nick and how he's known them forever. And so like they know him as Simon, you know? They know him one way, and he feels like this gay thing, it feels so big, it's almost insurmountable. I don't know how to tell them something like this and still come out of it feeling like Simon. Because if Leah and Nick don't recognize me, I don't even recognize myself anymore. Also, at the beginning of the book, back to the beginning, I did flag this part too, because it says we're right outside Atlanta, so I know it could be worse. But Shady Creek isn't exactly a progressive paradise. At school, there are one or two guys who are out, and people definitely give them crap. Not like violent crap, but the word fag isn't exactly uncommon. And I guess there are a few lesbian and bisexual girls, but I think it's different for girls. Maybe it's easier. If there's one thing the Tumblr has taught me, it's that a lot of guys consider it hot when a girl is lesbian. And that is so true. Like, I definitely feel like it's so much harder for guys to be gay than it is for girls because of that fact. And I love that they put that in there as well. And that's why I really, really appreciate that this is the story from a boy's perspective than a girl's perspective. Next, I also started reading Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo, and this is one of the DC Icons books. Catwoman was number 3, and I'm not sure which number this one is, but you can read them all as standalones. But I absolutely loved Catwoman. That will be in my July wrap-up. Wonder Woman, I'm not loving it, but it's Leigh Bardugo, and like I fell in love with her books, and she's always surprising me, and there's always like so much going on in her like Six Crows books and the Grish trilogy books. So this is like a little bit slower paced for what I'm used to from her writing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like loving it yet, but I'm still gonna finish reading it just because like I want to see how she does this book. This also was not on my original TBR, but I was doing a lot of cleaning the other day and I needed an audiobook. So I ended up downloading that one. Also, this is my kids' last week of summer break. We did have to go back to school shopping. Thankfully, we didn't have to buy a whole lot of stuff, just all the you know, school office supplies, markers, pens, folders, all that kind of stuff. The clothes, they actually, last year, for most of the year, until we moved here, for most of the year, they were at a school that didn't have uniforms, but we moved here, they had uniforms. They only had like 2 months left of the year to finish up. So we didn't buy a whole bunch of clothes. Like, I didn't have like a week's worth of shorts and shirts for them. So we just had to buy a couple extra pairs of shorts, and I'm going to be picking up shirts for them tomorrow. But that makes it so much nicer. I love uniforms. I used to think that would be horrible when I was in school, but as a parent, like, it is awesome. Oh, tomorrow is their back to school day. It's not even back to school night. It's back to school orientation during the day. It's like for 2 hours stuff. I'm not sure how it works because they are very like Pentagon school. Like, they don't let parents really come in unless you have a pass. If you're escorted, like, it's very different. Which I'm glad that my kids are in a really safe school, so that's really cool. But I don't know how they're gonna work that out with having all the parents there. Maybe they will open up the school for us, so I don't know. I'm like one of those parents, like, I want to know what's going on at school. Like, I like to talk to their teachers. I like to know what they're doing day in and day out. I hate when I get calls when I'm recording because I'm using my iPad to record and I have an iPhone and they're all synced up. So, and I also have like a desktop that's an Apple product and they're all synced up. So whenever I get a call on my phone, it goes to all my devices and it stops my recording. I think I can unlink that. I probably should. Anyways, oh, something else I've been working on is my July wrap up. So I have a new journal. So I kind of like to do like a bullet journal and have an index, which I don't usually fill out till the end when I filled up most of the pages. Here is my Goodreads challenge. It's not completed. I still have to do all the boxes down here and then write the numbers in and then, you know, fill it in for how many books I've started reading. And then this part is my millionaire challenge, and this is basically page beast challenge, and it's, don't look, my nails are disgusting. It's a page-based challenge, so it's how long, they don't say you have like a year, because you can't read 1,000,000 pages in a year. I mean, maybe you can, I don't know. I don't think I can. See how long it takes you to read 1,000,000 pages. That's another Goodreads challenge from a group I belong to on Goodreads. However, to be honest, I'm really, really bad at checking in and giving updates on those things, so just kind of for me anyways. And then I have my monthly, just a quick book list with the pages, how many books and how many pages right off the bat. And then here's all my other months of reading. And then here I just started my July's book notes because I've been really bad about doing wrap-ups, period. And I feel like it's such a daunting task to put together a wrap-up and remember everything from the books that I read, especially on really busy months like July. Because if I'm going to talk about a book, like, I feel like, and just instead of being like, yeah, so I read this book and I remember I liked it, but like, I don't remember the characters. It was okay. Like, I want to be able to talk about it more. So I really needed to like get a system and have like, you know, a brief summary and things I liked, things I didn't like, you know, kind of talk about it more. So especially like at the end of the month, now it's August and I have to remember all the way like what I read a month ago. So to be honest, like, it's actually kind of difficult, and I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna do this. So I actually want to try something new. I saw Hardback Hoarder do this on, I can't remember if it was a reading vlog. I've been like watching her videos today too when I should be doing other things. But I'm trying to find I think she did it as a reading vlog instead of a wrap up. But I really just loved how she did it. It was like, obviously she would finish a book and then talk about it, and then she put all her clips together. And it was like a really nice wrap up. And I want to try that kind of style for a wrap up in the future. This month though, August, since we are doing the month-long NEWTs Readathon, I think I'm going to just kind of talk about books as I read them for this month. And then maybe I'll try that for September. But anyways, that's kind of my plan. So oh my god. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to read next. I think I want to start Sadie because it's a smaller book. Because I just feel like I have so much to do right now to kind of get reorganized. I still have a lot to do for planning my days for when the kids go back to school. And I want to do a little bit of meal planning so I'm prepared. because they have to start going to bed at a decent hour and making time for homework, making time for reading, making time for showers every night. Because, like, let's be honest, during the summer, like, they're gonna be out swimming, and I don't really care. Like, stay up, watch movies, whatever, it's summer. But, like, it's gonna start next week. We're gonna have to be on a very strict routine. I just feel like there's, like, so much to do, so I don't really want to get into one of my big fantasies. It's like 600 pages. I feel like it's a little daunting for today. So I'm gonna try and work on a little bit of videos. I have my Court of Thorns and Roses reaction video, which I've been kind of procrastinating on this because it didn't come out how I wanted, and it's driving me nuts. But I did it, and it was important to me. So I think I'm just gonna upload whatever the heck I have, because my last portion of the story, instead of videoing it because it was really late at night, I was looking like trash, I was not feeling very good, but I wanted to talk about it and finish up my reaction. So I recorded a voice note instead. So I've been trying to think if I should redo it, like listen to it and then like do a recording of me saying what I said, but I just don't feel like that would come across correctly, and then it would like make the editing process like so much more difficult. So I think I'm just gonna do like a photo montage or something and then just put my audio recording underneath. I don't know, I haven't figured it out, but I want to just get it done and get it uploaded so it's out there. Use it as like, hey, this is my first time trying it, I wanted to do it, and then next time try something a little bit different. That's my plan. But I need to get that stuff done so that I can clear my head, get some stuff off the table, so that I can sit down and really focus on some good reading time. And I think I should be able to get everything sorted out by Friday, and then I'll have a really good reading weekend. All right, well, this is interesting because I'm trying to charge my iPad. It had like 3%. But I wanted to show, this is my office upstairs. I'm gonna do a home tour later this week, but for the purposes of this video, I just wanted to show you my office. So when you first come in, I have a table over there, and then I have this table over here with my computer and of like a little clampy light, which I really never use. And until I get some more furniture in here, I have like a filing case, and then like these. And this one in the middle, that has got to get organized sometime this week. I don't know, because it's all the kids' stuff from school last year, and I kept a lot of it over the summer so they could work on some studies over the summer because they were a little bit behind in their studies. This basket holds like all the stuff that I would normally put like near my desk, but I don't have any drawers. This table is actually, it's a grooming table. It's the first grooming table I bought when I started grooming at home. And then this is my laptop, and this is my iPad stand. That's my sewing machine, purse. That's my ring light case, but my ring lights are actually set up downstairs. And this is my gecko, Indica. And his cage is disgusting. Kids need to clean it out. This picture is from when my husband and I first met, and I was living in Dallas and he was living in California. And we actually had met online, and I went out to California to visit him. And then he came out to Texas to visit me. And this was right before we went on a really nice fancy date and went to Ruth Chris Steakhouse for dinner. And then I've got like some other things down here. And then in these I have like different art supplies and stuff like that. All right, so yeah, I came up here because I wanted to get into my game and introduce my character to you. Since I started gaming, I really wanted to try like doing streaming. I really wanted to try doing like gaming streaming, like on Twitch or something. And I think it would just be like so much fun, but this computer really cannot handle it. I've actually had to, it's gonna storm. I've actually had to reduce a lot of the visual effects settings, and even still, like while I'm gaming, my computer will just start glitching, and I have to like exit out of the game, which really sucks in the middle of a dungeon. Okay, I don't know if you can hear that, but boys are so funny, okay? They like the weirdest things. but they have Echo Dots in the house, and they're downstairs listening to random songs like Raining Tacos. Yeah. Okay, while I'm doing this, I'm just like so obsessed with my game, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna like share a lot of stuff with you. So my character's name is Anara Rocks. So there's my victory dance. And we got thumbs up. Goodbye. This one is so funny. It's called Tombstone, but she's like literally on a cell phone. I think that's awesome. And Minions, okay, so this like little rat thing is so cute with its ears. Some of them, if you pet your minion, it will do something. The Onion Prince. And he does these like silly little dances, and it's just so cute. Look at his sad face. Oh. Isn't he cute? Okay, that's enough. I won't bore you anymore with that. So, that is that. I just wanted to show you. So yeah, like I said, if you like that kind of thing, I would love to show you more. If you kind of like gaming, if you play this game, oh my god, please let me know because I need friends. Also, what's up next is, yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna read next. Jeez. Did you see? I don't know if you saw like the flash. That was like. Oh my god, that looked like it was right outside my window. Honestly, I love thunder and lightning storms. I really, really do, but we literally get them every single day. Every day it rains, we get lightning and thunder. No joke. So I literally heard like a crackle outside my window and a bright flash, like it hit right outside my house. That was freaky. Just saying. So yeah. that was freaky. I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling right now, but I just don't think I want to start with this book next. So it's either between A Study in Charlotte and Sadie. So I think I'm going to read a chapter of each and see which one like really grabs my attention first. So we got a thriller, and then we have, I forgot what this one is even about. Oh, I know what this one's about. It's like a Sherlock Holmes retelling. Now, I have to say, I've never read any Sherlock Holmes. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Either way, like, I really wanted to read this book. So this is going to be, like, obviously a mystery, and then this one's, like, a thriller. Uh-oh. Is this, like, not the first in the book? Book 2? I can't read this book. This is book 2? Well, shit. I'm gonna have to find another book. Michael's... There's paper towels on the counter. My kids are so... My son Michael's so funny. He's just like me. He loves storms. Like, he's in his room and he's got his blinds open so he can watch the rain and storm. And oh my god. I swear. Sometimes kids, dude, they act like they can't do anything. Okay. See, seriously, this is another one that there's no indication on here except for a Starbound novel that indicates that this is the second book in a series. This series, the Sherlock Holmes series, and this series, like, they all need to freaking write book 1, book 2, book 3. That would be nice, thanks. Like, I don't know how I feel about it anymore. Maybe sci-fi is really not my thing. Okay, I'm probably not going to read that one because I was expecting to read the second book because I wanted to find out what happened with Lilac and all that. But if she's not even in the book, then like, okay. So let's give Meddling Kids a shot. Let's see. Teen Sleuths Unmask Sleepy Lake Monster. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, this one sounds really good too. So I'm going to actually start with Sadie, and then I'll choose which one of these I'm going to read later. So I guess it is time. Oh, I gotta go do dinner too. The kids are going to want to eat sometime tonight, so I better go do that.